Hey everybody.
Hi.
I guess y'all noticed the new intro music. I kept on getting hit on YouTube for using Canva music, so I had to switch things up, and hopefully I won't get any more strikes against me because I can't afford it, right?
Right.
We have a new panel member. So excited, y'all. Bear Red Onion Reptiles. If you've not seen him, follow him on Instagram. Get on Morph Market. Whatever he says goes. He's like the dad in the group, y'all. And we honestly need one sometimes because some of these people get unruly, right? What's up, James? What's up, Patrick? And Stefan? And Jamie? Okay. We were talking fishing backstage. Okay. I want to get back to this fishing and hunting stuff. I mean, you got me started on it, and that's where it's at for me. So please tell us about your fishing or your hunting like you were telling me backstage.
I just lived a deer hunt. That's
right.
Everything. I had a cousin when I was growing up. We were sitting at the duck blind one day duck hunting, and he said, the only reason I work is so I can do this. And that's sort of the way I am about deer hunting. I have to work to support my deer hunting habit. So, once I got 5 weeks until muzzleloader season starts, and pretty much once muzzleloader starts, I'm just a deer hunter. Everything else takes a back burner. That's what I love about reptiles, because I can deer hunt a lot and still take care of my reptiles. And as most people that know me know, I don't really have a day job anymore. I'm supposed to be retired, but I suck at it. I tried really hard to retire, and it just I'll rest when I'm dead.
Exactly. Yeah, my dad kind of went through the same thing. He retired from a propane company, delivering propane and all kinds of stuff, and he started up a lawn care business. And then they adopted 2 kids, so he's like a stay-at-home dad / yard man / handyman / whatever. I mean, he is always on the go, and I'm like, man, he has more energy than I do.
I've got my snakes, and then I still farm a little bit too. I don't farm very much, but enough to keep me active in it and know what's going on, sort of. But the whole snake thing was really just supposed to be my retirement gig. I was going to get, maybe the original plan was I was going to get 20 females and then, just breed a few ball pythons and sell them on Morph Market. And this was back when that was a doable thing that, you could pretty much sell anything you raised. And,
right.
And then there was some point there that I figured out, hey, this is kind of cool. I want some better shit. And then the better shit gets you into more shit. And then the next thing you know,
it's a whole big old rabbit hole for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, I went from the original, I'm just going to have 20 females, to now I was counting the other day, I think counting what I've got in the holdbacks females, I'm at about 65, I think, right now. So, and now, and I'm saying some of those are literally still hatchlings, but yeah, I've probably got somewhere around 50 that are say 700 grams and up.
Nice.
So, and the quality's getting better. My brother-in-law told me one day, he said, you know what your problem is? That's what I said. He said, you can't half-ass anything. and I guess that's me. That's just kind of the way I do shit, I guess.
That's the best way to do it.
That's right.
And I've got some stuff coming right now that I'm kind of excited about.
Dude, you had stuff in Dallas that I was excited about. I was like, man, I wish I had the money.
Did you see all those pieds?
Yeah, I seen all those pieds.
All those pied het labs. I sold 3 of those to a guy in Boston. I've actually got to ship those to him Tuesday. But I got home. I told him I'd ship them to him, and I got home, got to looking, and have a box big enough to ship everything that they bought.
Oh no!
And so I sent him a text. I said, "Dude, you're gonna have to wait till next week. That's okay, because I don't have a box big enough to put them all in." They bought 5
Yeah.
from me.
Wow, that's amazing. Hey, Nikki,
anyway.
hi.
Anyway,
Say hi to your friend Bear. Miss Nikki saying hi to you.
I was just on Nikki's podcast a while ago. I just sent her a message and told her I was proud she was finally getting Kurt to talk a little bit.
Right. Yeah, he's a little shy, isn't he?
I got a clutch. I've actually got a clutch that I'm going to cut Monday. That's my first chance to make some ultra melpides. I'm kind of excited about that. No codoms there, but at least I might make some ultra melpides. I'd like to have a visual female or two to keep, maybe.
Yeah, that's nice.
And
Jamie has a clutch fixing to come up that I'm really interested in. She has a Barnhart super black pastel banana. And what else is she?
Orange Dream Leopard, Possible Spectre. And then I bred her to Desert Ghost, Orange Dream Desert Ghost.
Wow. Well, I've got a female right now that's sitting on a nest. She should lay eggs right about the end of this month. So she's maybe 2 weeks off, and she's a black pastel double het clown pied.
Oh, nice.
Paired with my yellow belly clown pied male. So maybe I get some cool clown pieds out of that deal. And
yeah, that'd be sweet.
I guess you heard I bought an inchy Holy Grail male.
Oh, wow.
I think you were telling me about that at the show.
Yeah. I don't have him yet, but I'm excited.
Man, that's awesome.
I also bought 1,100 gram Holy Grail female, so I'll have Holy Grails next year of some sort.
Nice.
It'll, best I can do with that pairing is just going to be inchy Holy Grails, but I'd be happy with that.
Right.
So, but the thing about it is it'd be a whole clutch of Holy Grails for sure.
That's right.
And I've got a female that he'll go to that. Well, you saw her when I was on your podcast before. That pastel blackhead leopard yellow belly clown double het lav pied female. So I got an opportunity there. Of course, the more genes you throw in there, the longer the odds get. But I got a chance there to make a 5-gene Holy Grail, which I don't think anybody's done.
What kind of black pastel do you have in your collection?
If that's one of them deals, I'm probably going to end up having to have her shed tested. She did not come from Barnhart, but she looks like the Barnhart black pastel to me.
Yeah.
So, I know they said that they're different, and I always thought they were because they just look different.
Yeah, if you get them tested now for black pastel and it comes back negative and it's black pastel, then it's Barnhart. Barnhart mine right now is coming back negative.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're different.
I'm probably going to end up having her checked just so I'll know in my own mind. But, I'm kind of excited about trying to make black pastel yellow belly clown pieds.
Yeah.
And I've also got another one sitting on a nest. As a matter of fact, both of these ovulated the same day. And one of them shed the day before the other one. They're pre-lay shed. So they're like liable to lay eggs the same day. And she's a blackhead leopard double het lavender clown. So she's paired with my Grail male. So I got a chance there to make some blackhead leopard Grails.
Mike, I believe this comment is straight for you. Hello, beautiful people, and that gorgeous beard, because I don't have one. Do you know M&K Exotics, Mr. Mike?
I don't think I do.
They're some really good people. They're out of California. They're one of the show sponsors, and he's a hoot. They're both a hoot. Great people to hang out with. I mean, if you want to have fun, that's who you got to hang out with. Hey, Tammy, how's it going?
And how was your second Dallas show, Bear? Did it go better than that first one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I told somebody it's a whole lot more fun driving 7 hours home when you got a little money in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Dallas show last weekend's the best show I've ever had.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Bar none.
Well, I noticed there was less vendors, and it seemed like it was a nice flow. It wasn't as crowded this time, and people were taking more time to look.
It was not as crowded, but I had a lot more interest.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I think the thing about, we talked about this, you know, when I go down there, me and Scott and Jordan and Kevin and Whitney from Exotics and Genetic Genesis, we set up together. You know, we get that 6-table end cap. And of course, Charlie from Gray Rider, shed testing, he was there this time. Kevin and Whitney let him have one of their tables, so he was in our group too. But anyway, we got to talking about it, and I think that the thing about that show, you don't see near as many of the people that are coming through looking for a pet. Now they're there, but you don't have, like at these small shows, local shows that I go to, so much of it is people that are just looking for that. They don't give a shit about genetics. They don't care what you call it. You call it whatever you want to call it. They're just walking through there looking for the one they think's pretty that they want to take home.
Owners,
You go to that NARBC, and you got people coming through, a lot of smaller breeders, new breeders that are maybe trying to step up their game, and they come through the front door looking for that certain specific snake. They're looking for something for this project that they're working on, or this project that they're wanting to get started. And that's what made my show. The people from Heart of the Python, I don't know if you know them. They're from the Boston area.
I don't know them.
They're fairly new breeders, I think. And it's sort of funny. She's kind of got her projects, and he's kind of got his projects. And one of the things that he's interested in is dreamsicles. And of course, you know, I'm a friggin' dreamsicle nut.
Oh yeah, that's his drug right there.
You know, when I cut my first clutch with dreamsicles, and I looked at the girl that was videoing it, I said, I can die now. You know, I've got everything I wanted to do.
Don't do that now.
It was one of those things where it was all, you know, it was almost, after it was all over, it was almost a letdown, because I was like, what the fuck now? You know, all I've been thinking about is making dreamsicles, and here they are. You know, I made 8 dreamsicles last year. I had 2 clutches that were, one of them was a yellow belly pied het lab, and the other one was just a pied het lab, females. Both of them paired to my orange dreamsicle male. So I ended up making 8 dreamsicles, and 6 of them were females.
Oh, nice.
So I've still got all 6. I've got all 6 of those, and I've got one of the boys. I finally ended up putting him for sale, but he's an orange dream, yellow belly dreamsicle is what he is, and he's for sale. He was on my table at Dallas, and he's 748 grams. He's ready to go to work.
Oh yeah, he is.
But I can use him, but he's for sale. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, for sure.
If somebody wants to buy him, I'll sell him, because I literally have 3 dreamsicle males that are working right now. He would make the 4th one, and then I've got that Holy Grail male that I just bought coming in. He's 330 grams, so it won't be long till he'll be ready to go to work. And I'm thinking that Holy Grail male is going to put a couple of my males in the lonely business, because you know, it's like when you got a Holy Grail, who the hell's going to use a Grail male when you got a Holy Grail? You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
And who the hell's going to use a clown pied male when you got a Holy Grail male? You know, so it's going to really change a lot of things. But to get back to the story, after I made the dreamsicles, that's when I kind of got interested in the Grails, and then the Holy Grail thing was really supposed to have been way further down the road.
Can you explain to our audience the difference between a Grail and a Holy Grail?
It's just a whole nother recessive gene. You know, you're looking at a triple recessive instead of a double. So I guess the easiest way to describe it is a Holy Grail is like the dreamsicle and the Grail put together. Holy Grail is a lavender albino piebald clown, and they're pretty awesome looking, especially when you start throwing some genes with them.
Hey, Jamie.
Of course, to me, if you're making anything like in the dreamsicle lines, yellow belly's almost a have to. Yellow belly just changes those so much. You saw the ones that I had in Dallas, and they were those were pied het labs is what they were.
Right.
But, you know, they had orange dream. Some of them were super orange dream, leopard, and yellow belly, you know, different combinations of those. And that's what I told the guy from Boston. He was talking about, you know, wanting to have a dreamsicle project. I said, it's right in front of you. You know, there's a male that's I forgot. I think the male's an orange dream. I think the male was an orange dream, yellow belly, leopard, pied het lab. And then one of the females that he bought is a super orange dream, yellow belly. Yeah, super orange dream, yellow belly, pied het lab. And then I think the other one was just a orange dream, yellow belly, pied het lab.
Nice.
And so he's got some really. I told him, I said, man, you got the possibility to make 3 gene dreamsicles. And I said, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
probably
Tara.
will. I probably will before the year's over. I've got some clutches coming that should have them. But anyway, the Holy Grail thing is just pretty damn cool. And the fact that I've got some females that can put some genes in there too. I've got some triple heads that I made myself that are a couple of them are orange dream triple heads. And then I've got that, like I said, that one crazy female she's a 4 gene clown double het for lavender and pied.
Ooh.
And so then, you know, you throw the inchy Holy Grail male in there with her, that gives me the opportunity to make 5 gene Holy Grails. I've also got a young female that's inchy lavender het pied, and I bought her for 66% het clown, but I had her tested and she is het clown.
I love that.
She's inchy lavender double het. So that male with her, see, I can make super inchy Holy Grails. And the inchy's another one with lavender that's just mind blowing.
Well, I've already decided for myself that when I start vending, I want to be set up beside you. We got to make that happen because he is just as full of shit as I am.
You know, the good part about setting up next to me is no matter what, when you set up next to an asshole, it makes you look really friendly.
Dude, I'm an asshole too, so we're all good. Well, I can be an asshole. Ask him. He's been married to me for how many years? 14 years.
How many?
14.
14.
See, it's the asshole that doesn't know how long it's been. That's the one that has to ask.
And y'all, look at here. He's got swag.
Nice.
I'll show the back, but I don't know if you can see it too well.
Oh, yeah, we can see it. That's awesome.
Hit Bear up for some t-shirts. That I know,
I'm actually right now. I'm trying to get a website built, which is, you know, that's just another one of those things that I really suck at.
So Mike and his wife have actually been married since they were high school sweethearts. Kristen, that's her, Miss Kristen. So anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Bear.
I've been married 35 years, but it's still day by day.
Bobby said, "Amen, hallelujah." I agree. Without saying it, because I know he's being nice.
I'm kind of like, I got an aunt one time. I forgot, they've been married, my aunt and uncle, for like 60 years or something like that. And somebody asked her, have you ever considered divorcing him? And she said, no, I've considered killing him a time or two, but I've never thought about divorcing him.
Mike said we met in detention in the 6th grade.
Nice.
Wow.
2 peas in a pod right there.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Bobby and I actually met online. He kept on, this is back when Yahoo Messenger was the big thing. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah.
And he kept on trying to creep my damn camera. What was that? Webcam or whatever. I don't even remember. Oh yeah. And I was just like, you got to be careful because there was a lot of creeps out there, and you would turn on their webcam and what were they doing? So
hey, let me tell you something. If I'm not on one of these podcasts or something, I've got a friggin' piece of tape over that camera on my devices.
So we know what you're doing in your spare time.
My computer screen, everything. If I'm not on one of these, sometimes I get on one of these podcasts or a Zoom meeting, and when I get in, I'm like, "What the hell's wrong?" Oh shit! Wait, I forgot to take my tape off. So,
well, when I turned Bobby on, I was like, "Ooh, that is a tall drink of water." And then he asked me, "Who's your football team?" And I was like, "Pittsburgh Steelers, of course." And he's like, "What? Wait a minute." And he went and got his ball cap and put it on. He's like, "Look at this." And I'm like, "No way." We had the same football team, and we automatically hit it off. And that first kiss was just like magical. It was for me. He'll sit there and say the same thing, but I think he's lying. But I mean, and we've been together. Well, so we got together, and then some stuff happened in my life, and we split up, and I moved off. And then whenever things finally got straightened up, we got back together again, and we've been inseparable since. I mean, my kids are his kids, and it just went. It just I couldn't see my life without him. No, he ain't peanut butter. It's like oil and water most of the time. But I keep his old ass on his toes. Oh, wow. My husband and I were friends for 20 years before we got together, then got married 3 years later. That's amazing, Tara. It really is. And Mike, we know you don't care if people see you running around naked. We've seen your naked ass on the podcast before when you move. Some crazy shit happens in here every now and again when everybody gets to come together. But like this weekend,
there's so many shows.
The Canada show. I believe Bob Voos is this weekend too, right?
Yes, it is.
It is. Yeah, Scott and Jordan went down there. I said they drove to Dallas last weekend and Atlanta this weekend. I don't see how they do it, but they're a hell of a lot younger than I am.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to get on we're trying to just get the stuff to be able. So my thing is, if I'm going to vend a show, I at least want a banner and at least one professional. What is that called? Case. Yeah. I can't see myself going to a show and throwing out deli cups. That's just not me. I can't do it. But finances right now, it's been a struggle, and nobody in the audience knows this, but I've been I was just in the hospital for 6 days. I'm going through a lot of health stuff. It's a lot on us, but I've always had health issues. So it's to be able to, Bobby's here taking care of all. We have over 100 animals right now, not including rats and dogs. He's doing all he can do, working. Well, how many hours a day? 12-hour days, at least 12-hour days. And it's hard on him. I know it is. So, trying to get stuff to be able to vend a show together is really hard.
Yeah.
And I'm to the point in my life after losing my son and stuff, and then going through all this health stuff, I want to start traveling a little bit. My daughter was in the Air Force. She got medically retired, but she's still in North Carolina. So I want to go to North Carolina. I want to go see Jamie. She's in Tennessee. I would love to go to Bear's facility, Arkansas. You've got all these things. You got to be able to afford it, dude. That's the thing. I need a Bobby. Mike, no, he's mine. But it is a lot, and it does add up. And I know there's a lot of people getting out of the industry right now because of finances, because they don't have personal time for themselves. They don't have time for their animals. And a lot of them are doing podcasts, and they're like, I just can't do it anymore. So that's very understandable because it is very time consuming. You know, you're always fighting YouTube to make sure that you're not breaking any rules or anything like that. You know, it's just like autocorrect constantly. But I'm not giving up. I'm staying in. We're doing what we love to do. You know, we've got some amazing projects going. Actually we hatched out a chocolate Batman to a GHI clutch, and it's kind of thrown us for a loop because even the ones that don't have leopard in them have a very black belly. So we're just like, what, you know, is it chocolate causing that? Is it this? Is it that? So it's just like, it's neat to get to learn all the genetics and stuff, but at the same time, it's stressful because you don't want to sell somebody a snake that is not what you're saying it is. And
It'll drive you nuts trying to figure some of these out.
yes. I'm so thankful that Charlie's one of our sponsors. You know, he's that man is golden. I don't care what people say.
I
No,
never met
I
Charlie face to face until last weekend, and yeah, Charlie's a good guy.
I don't see how he does it. I don't, with the shed testing and being what he is for work. I'm sure you know that. I don't like to explain it on, you know, a live, but it's like he walks a thin line as well. Like time management, I don't see how he does it with a young family, but he's doing it. But don't ever share a hotel room with him. Because that man can outsnore me, and that's saying a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Because between him and Paul from what was it?
Large Marsh Morphs.
Large Marge Morphs and myself, like Charlie outsnored all of us. And I was like, Charlie, sir, please go to the doctor. You need help. Okay, Mike.
I pretty much don't try not to share a hotel room with anybody.
So
I don't. If you want to get right down to it, I don't even like to share a hotel room with my wife, and we've been together for 5 years. So I try my best. If we have to go somewhere, I try to get like a suite with a separate bedroom. You know, because she and I keep different hours. You know, I get up early in the morning and go to bed early, and she stays up. I told her one time, I said, we could almost get by with just like one single bed, because about the time I'm getting up, you know, we probably don't share the bed more than a couple hours a night. She comes to bed about 4 and I get up about 6. So.
Yeah. He sleeps on the couch. I sleep in the room most of the time.
Well, you know, my wife's been sleeping on the couch now for about 2 or 3 weeks because she broke her arm. And she can't hardly get in and out of the bed, but she doesn't have any trouble getting on the couch. So she's been sleeping on the couch.
I'll be praying for a quick recovery for her.
My big old black lab knocked her ass down in the yard.
Oh man.
Oh no. Tara, bet. It's on. If she wants to have a hotel slumber party, that's going to be
figure it out. Yeah.
Figure it out, Tara. Figure it out. And Tara, we are still praying for you and your family as well.
Absolutely.
Just so you know, I won't explain anything, but we're definitely praying for y'all. I need to play the sponsor video real quick, and we'll be right back, everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. We love you. Tyler's not here this weekend. He is vending a show, I believe, where's he at this weekend? I cannot keep up with that kid. He vends more shows. And then Sammy, of course, he's up north, and I was supposed to go, but I got left behind. Sammy.
That happens when you get sick.
Damn it, Sammy. Thank you, Jamie. I did
That
that.
sponsor video looks real nice.
Thank you. Bring lots of pillows and build a fort. Hey, we gotta have some fun. We gotta have some men in there too. Barry, you gonna join the pillow fight with all those girls? He said no, but I'll record it.
Let's don't go there.
We'll get you in trouble on here for sure.
You're gonna get me in trouble. What you gonna do?
You can record it. Bobby will be your.
It's just day by day.
Bobby will be your microphone man. I know this
run
thing's
the camera.
crazy. Oh, Mike said he'd wear his best teddy. So it would have Jamie, Jamie from Moorforge, Tara, Kristen, me. Is there any more ladies in the Reptile Lounge?
Nikki. Well, she's not. She's in their Snake Sisters.
Yeah, she's in the Snake Sisters, so it would absolutely have to be Nikki too. Mike. So, what are your future plans, everybody? I know we only have a few months left. I kind of got disappointed this week. I was supposed to have a clutch, and she didn't go. And when we did her sonogram last time, or ultrasound, whatever you want to call it, I always get that shit mixed up. Her eggs were bigger than the screen, and I could not get them on there, but she did not lay. So, with that being said,
well, she said on the 11th, so it's still only 3 days over. She could still go.
Yeah, how long? Bear, have you gone over 3 days after that 30 days before they lay?
Yes, and okay, I know people that have gone quite a bit more than that.
Yeah.
So it can happen. They lay when they get ready. What I've been told and what I believe is, as long as she's not acting like she's in distress, I wouldn't get too shook up.
She's at the
I've
front.
had 3 females this year that actually reabsorbed after they were over 30 millimeter follicles. And so, yeah. And I've got one right now that I really think that's what's going on with her. She should have already laid eggs. And I did an ultrasound the other day, and they don't look just right. So I think she's probably reabsorbing hers too. But
yeah,
it happens. That's kind of all part of it. I was really lucky last year. I think just about every female that I paired last year laid eggs. And I had 15 clutches, and I was expecting 20 this year at least. And I know I paired 26 females this year, and I'm not sure I'm going to get my 20 out of those 26.
We paired 18 and only had 3.
And I never stop. I mean, I pair all the time. There's not a breeding season for me. I pretty much, if a female's got follicles that are 8 or 9 millimeters, some people say 10, but I've probably got more males than I need, so I don't worry about it so much. If I feel like pairing them a little earlier or pairing them a little more often, then I don't worry about it.
Did y'all hear that?
What's that?
Laying eggs.
Bonnie has eggs.
There you go. See,
Clutch, Bonnie and Clyde.
Y'all worried about it? All worried about it for nothing.
Oh, that's the double het puzzle desert ghost.
Oh. That's nice.
Yay. Sorry. Go ahead, Bear.
That's good. I I got a clutch to cut when I get home. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them might be pipped when I get home. But
Nice. That's always
and then
fun.
I've got 3 females right now that are making nests, so it won't be long on them. And I already told you about 2 of those. The other one's just,
Right.
Yeah.
the other one's just going to be a kind of a crazy bunch of pieds and het pieds.
Actually, she's
But
a post het desert ghost, post het puzzle, post het hiker.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the one I've sent the shed off twice, and both times have come back inconclusive. We don't know why. I don't know if it's the combo of the pos heads on her, but she is
Wow.
gorgeous.
Hmm.
He's still checking females, so oh, Jamie, I'm sitting here having hot flashes. I'm like, woohoo!
That's
I can't-
awesome.
I can't wait
Celebrate.
to get some more eggs. It drives me crazy when I don't have my incubator full of eggs. I hate it.
Yeah.
I've got 2 clutches in there right now, and like I said, I'll cut one of them Monday, and the other one's about a week behind that, and then there won't be anything in there.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking those 3 that are about ready to lay, they're going to lay about the time I get those 2 out. So
Yeah,
that'll give me some more hope.
right. Well, I know what I'll be doing after the podcast.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Yep. I'm new. This is my first year. So I did 3 pairings. We've got one where all the eggs have already hatched. I've got one in the incubator and one that's given me my pre-lay shed, and she'll be laying in October. So
It
next year
never gets
we're
old.
gonna,
It never gets old.
no, I'm super excited. Next year we're
Seeing
planning
that
10.
female on those eggs is the most wonderful thing in the snake business. Is when you
Yes.
see that female on them eggs.
That's actually the first one Bobby has ever found. I've always done it.
Really?
Yeah. So I know he's pumped about it. But Mike, that's sad, dude. I feel you. So last year we switched rooms. We had to go for because we bought 2 ARS. So we had to switch rooms to a bigger room for them. And every one of our females absorbed last year. So this year, it's just like trying to get the room temperature right, trying to get this and this and this. And it's just like, at the end of the day, I'm just like, the hell with it. It is what it is.
Well, I told you I did a real serious upgrade of my genetics. So out of the 15 clutches that I had last year, I
Mhm.
don't even own 9 of those females anymore. So that kind of threw me, out of whack right from the beginning. And it seems like everything's late this year, and I know other people that have said the same thing. So I'm on. Let's see, the 2 that are in my incubator right now are 6 and 7.
Wow.
And I know I've got those 3 that are already making a nest, and then I've got 4 more that are above 30 millimeter follicles, and I kind of consider them gravid at that point, even though they're really not. But I kind of changed the way I handle things at that point. So I've got several that are at that point, and then I don't know. I know I've got a few in the 20s, so it won't be long. I'll have a few more that'll be over 30, and
Nice.
I've got a couple that I'm kind of excited about that are coming. I wish they'd hurry up and get on up there. I've got an inchy lavender het pied female that's paired with my inchy cinnamon dreamsicle male. So I got the possibility there of making super inchy dreamsicles, inchy cinnamon dreamsicles, and of course, obviously, inchy or cinnamon dreamsicles.
Yeah.
And everything that's not a dreamsicle will be those same codoms in lavender het pied. And she's literally one of the best looking females I've ever owned.
I really, really strongly believe that the cinnamon and the lavender albino belong together because they both seem like they elongate the alien heads, and I think they're beautiful.
Inchy's the same way. Inchy and Inchy and cinnamon are allelic.
Mhm.
So that's kind of the cool thing about this deal. But the fact that she's inchy and the male is inchy cinnamon, that gives me the possibility of making inchy cinnamons. And I know you've seen my Inchy Cinnamon male. He's like
Mhm.
2 years old and still just super orange.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fade away, and so that's kind of cool. That's one of the reasons I'm kind of excited about that Inchy Holy Grail that I bought, because having that Inchy in the Holy Grail, it should do the same thing. It ought to help him
Yeah.
hold that coat.
Right. That's
And then
going to
having that inchy lavender donut female that I got, I can get super inchy Holy Grails.
Do you have any chocolate bear?
I do not. I think I was told chocolate and Wookie are the same.
They are not. It's been
They're
genetically tested that they are
Okay.
not the same.
Okay.
Yep.
I do have some Wookie, but I do not have chocolate.
See, I want Wookie. I do have chocolate. The last clutch we had was a chocolate Batman to a GHI just to have some really pretty babies. And man, did they turn out really pretty.
I've got a Wookie Mojave Clown. Yeah, Wookie Mojave Clown. It's almost big enough to pair. She just, if she'd get to, 9 millimeter follicles, and I think she actually, last time I checked her, I think she was like 6. So won't be long. I'll pair, and she'll get paired with that GHI Fire, GHI Fire Yellow Belly Lace Het Clown male. So,
Nice.
I bought him and these 3 females together as a group from Justin, and all of the females are 2 and 3 gene clowns, and then he's a 4 gene het clown. So, and they're all different. Like I got the one of them's a red stripe black pastel clown, and one of them is a red stripe pinstripe clown, and then the other one's the Wookie Mojave. And then I ended up buying another female to go with that group too. That's a Pastave lace clown. So I got the possibility there of making white lace clowns.
Freaking love lace, man.
Oh, I do too.
I bought one
deal.
from Finger Snakes, and it's just a lace clown male. But I'm going to be putting him to my Cypress and also to the Mandarin stuff.
You saw that hatchling that I had this year out of that male, the GHI lace, that clown male. I sold him at Dallas too. Scott and Jordan bought him. They've got
damn.
That they wanted.
Our yellow belly Wookie clown is up to size to breed this year. That's awesome, Mike. I love yellow belly.
My end game with the whole lace clown thing is I'd like to work that into my clown pieds, and then of course everything that goes into clown pieds is going to end up in the Holy Grail project. So
yeah,
end game is I want to get lace in the Holy Grails.
Are you going to do super lace Holy Grails?
Yeah, that's the white lace. See if that one female. The one female that I've got is a Pastave lace clown, so I pair her with the lace het clown boy. Then I got the possibility of making the white lace, and they're kick ass.
Yeah.
So the thing that I'm really looking for right now, I gotta get Scrambler into that project somehow.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me. I love Scrambler. I want one so bad. I want like 5 of them so bad.
The
2 males and 3 females, and we'll be good.
The people that I bought that male from last year have got a lot of Scrambler, so that's probably what I'm going to end up. I'll probably end up going back and trying to figure something out with them. What I did. I was looking for a Holy Grail male, and they're, it's not like there's one sitting on every street corner.
Right.
But I ended up finding a Dreamsicle Heifer clown that also happens to be Posset MJ. So I bought him, and I said when I bought him, I thought, well, when if I go ahead and find a Grail male, then he's going to be the backup. But he got up to size here about a month ago, and so I had 2 females that I originally bought to go to my Grail male. And again, this is what I was talking about a while ago. When you know, you buy something for a certain male, and then all of a sudden you got a better male. You know, it goes way back to when I used to have a lavender albino male, and I was thinking about why I had bought him, and I had this lavender albino female, and at the point when she got big enough to pair, I had a damn dreamsicle male, and I'm like, you know, who the hell's going to breed a lavender albino male when you got a dreamsicle male and you can make lavender's heifer pie? So now I'm in the same situation again. I bought these 2 females to pair with a Grail male. Well, now I've got a dreamsicle heifer clown male, Posshead MJ, that's ready to breed. So I ended up putting him with both of them. One of them is
I would have done the same thing.
Cinnamon clown heifer lab, and the other one's a leopard clown heifer lab female.
Oh,
so
damn.
both of those went to the new guy. So they're paired with a dreamsicle het clown Posshead MJ. So, you know, I reduced my clown odds because if I'd have put with the Grail, everything would have at least been clown. But
Hi, Mike.
now I'm only going to get 50% clowns, but everything's going to be 100% heifer pie. So I felt like the end result was worth giving up a few clowns because they will at least be het clown. I'm not going to have any Poss hets. You know, they'll either be clowns or they'll be heifer clown. Everything is going to be heifer pied. Everything's going to be heifer lavender. And so just I'm kind of excited about those 2.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And of course, the thing about it is, then what's going to happen next year when that inchy holy Grail male gets up to size, then this dude that I'm pairing right now is going to be wondering where all the girls went.
Yeah, for sure. Or they got to go find new girls.
You.
But it's like I said, you can't not move up.
Right.
You know, I got when I bought that Grail male, I thought, you know, I'm shitting in tall cotton and wiping on the top leaf, you know, and then all of a sudden I got this dreamsicle heifer clown. So it's all about getting better, and that's my whole deal. I want to get, and we've had this discussion before. I don't want to get bigger. I just want to get better. So you know, my whole game plan is I've got that facility that I built. I can house about 700-ish snakes in that facility.
Wow.
Which it sounds like a lot, but listen, when you really put a pencil to it, and people need to think about this shit when they start. Because
exactly.
if you really put a pencil to it, 700 snakes is like 60 breeding females. That's what you're talking about. 60 breeding females, and at any given time you could have as many as 700 snakes. Because you get 60 females, let's just say you get 50 clutches in a year, okay? 50 clutches at 7 eggs, you know, you're looking at 350 hatchlings, okay? So there's 350 of those 700 tubs right there.
Yeah.
That's half your facility just with hatchlings. And then the hatchlings, I use the all my racks are ARS. So I've got the ARS Mini 10s, which they call the Mini 130, but mine's a 140. I added a level. So I've got 2 of those, and I've got room for 1 more. So that gives me plenty of room for my hatchlings. And then they're going to, hopefully most of them will get sold out of that rack. But if they don't, then I've got a 10 series rack that I also added a level to. So instead of being a 1065, it's a 1070. So hopefully I'll have enough of them sold that 70 will hold them. And then I've also got the one of the 10 talls.
Hey, Matt.
I think it's 662, 1060. So it's 60 tubs. And then I've got 3 55-40s and a 70-30.
Sounds like I'm going to come raid your room because I need more
Yeah.
rats.
You know, the thing, if I had it to do over with again, the 10 or the 70-30 is the one that I really don't think I should have bought.
And that's bigger than the
Yeah,
55-40.
that's a big tub. And I've only got 4 females in that rack right now. And again, it goes back to the fact that all of those females that laid eggs for me last year, I sold 9 of them. So probably all 9 of those females at this point would be in that rack. And I bought that rack with that in mind. But going back to my whole game plan is I don't intend to keep these females that long. Because
do you have Volta in your collection?
No, I don't. Not that I
No?
know of. Not on purpose anyway. I'll put it that way.
I
But,
want one so bad.
my whole deal is I'm gonna keep making my genetics better,
Right.
and then culling out that bottom end. You know, like
Yep.
last year I went through my collection last year, and any female that wasn't at least a visual recessive or a double het pretty well got sold as a proven breeder. Or I sold some snakes. I sold some snakes that were breeding size that I never had paired just because I realized that I didn't need them. That wasn't the direction I wanted to go. And my deal is when I get to that point, I sold those proven breeders for what I gave for them as hatchlings, just because I wanted them gone. You know, just move them down the road. And that's the thing. My next step, I hope maybe in another year or two, everything in my facility will be at least a double visual recessive. You know, I want to have racks full of grails and dreamsicles and clown pods and ultramel pods, and I'm working towards some black xanthic pods. And that's been a slow go, but anyway, maybe it'll happen. I've also got some double het black xanthic lavender albinos. It's kind of I'm just kind of out on the really skinny limb right there, wondering what the hell it's going to do, but you don't know till you do it, right?
Yep.
So, and I've got some triple het ultramel clown pods. I made those this year, so that's another thing that
Wow.
That's and of course, see, when you look at what I'm doing, anything that says clown pod, then you got to be thinking Holy Grail. So,
of course.
So, if it's a clown pod, it's going to end up in the Holy Grail project. So if I can make ultramel clown pods, then maybe I can make ultramel Holy Grails.
Absolutely.
That's quad. And then I'm also trying to get hypo worked in the mix too. I bought a few girls this year that have got hypo. I'm actively right now trying to get hypo in the clown pods.
Well, we need to be like talking about trades and stuff because I have 2 females that are super OD. One of them's hypo calico, and the other one's het hypo. And I'm trying to get a really nice male to pod because I want to take it to that away. And I'm not a pod person. He's the pod person. But I
make a lot of pods.
Pods I do want
well
to. I think they would look amazing. With the calico pod, super OD hypo.
Almost everywhere I go, people tell me I got the best looking pods in the room. That clutch that I had at Dallas was just above and beyond, and nobody got to see the best one. So she's at my house.
Except for me, I think I may have seen a picture or something.
Yeah. There's a picture on Instagram, but anyway, she ain't going to the shows. I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
She's a super OD yellow belly leopard pied het lab, and she's gorgeous. She's got almost the perfect balance of pattern and white. just almost exactly 50-50, and the brightest orange you've ever seen. And if I end up making some super OD dreamsicles with leopard super OD, if I could make a dreamsicle like that, she might end up for sale. Because really the reason I kept her is I don't have leopard in my dreamsicles. And so that's the reason I kept her. I'm trying to work leopard into my dreamsicles. But I have a female that is a starburst pos het pied. That's
what is the starburst again?
Starburst is a leopard Enchi lavender.
Okay.
So if she proves to be pied, then there's a good possibility that I could have some. I'm pretty sure she's paired with my Enchi cinnamon dreamsicle, so I could make like super Enchi leopard or Enchi cinnamon leopard dreamsicle.
What is he doing? What the fuck is he doing?
Is that the liquor cabinet?
Yeah, ignore him. I'll block him.
Make sure his plumber crack isn't showing.
Oh no, hell, we got to get that because he is a plumber. Go ahead, come over, babe. All right, y'all.
Advertisement, right?
Yeah, right. We're gonna go ahead and I don't want to cut anybody off, but we do have a clutch in there. I need to get in the incubator. And Bear, I'm so glad you joined our chat. I loved you in Dallas. I've loved you like always.
Well, you know, what could be better than hanging out with two good looking women tonight?
Woo-hoo.
Oh, thank you.
See?
Chris wants to
Him
see
to bend
Bobby
over
bend
again. Chris wants to see you bend over again. Balls deep. Balls deep. Said turn your ass around.
You're blocking again, Holly. You're blocking.
You know, I saw a thing on Instagram, some comedian talking, it was actually today, said when men get to a certain age, they really don't give a shit if you see their crack when they bend over. That's the bottom line.
He's been like that all of his life.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for showing up.
My dad always said if you see anything, if you had never seen it before, you won't know what it is anyway. So.
That's right.
Exactly. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. And for the
Enjoyed
replay
it.
people, we love you, man. We'll see you next Saturday. Don't forget to join us on Wednesday for Not Another Reptile podcast. I think it's just Tyler and I this coming up week, though. We'll be like recapping the Dallas show and whatever show he vended or went to. I can't remember. It's just
And he's had clutch after clutch after clutch.
Thanks, everybody. Don't forget to follow Husbandry Pro. Use Texoma 60 for your 6-day free trial. And for Gray Rider Reptiles, it's Texoma 15 for 15% off of 2 shed tests. Bye.
Bye.